This is Netmon. It is an easy Windows box on Hack the Box. To start, we're given the IP address of 10.10.10.152, to which I've already ran an nmap scan on. I use the switch SV for service version, SC for default scripts. Here's the output below. It shows that port 21 FTP is open. It does allow for anonymous login. We see a few directories listed here. The users one sticks out to me. Second, we have port 80 HTTP open, which we see is running PRTG network monitor Netmon, which is the name of the box, so that also is important to me. 135 for RPC, 139 for NetBIOS, 445 for SMB. Let's take a look at this FTP anonymous login first, which we can accomplish with FTP anonymous at 10.10.10.152. Password is anything. Let's list our files, change our directory into users, list. So if we try to cd into admin, obviously it won't let us, so we have to change our directory to public, cd to desktop. Okay, and we can get user.txt. And we'll pull it over to my end here. Great, so we can cat user.txt, and that's the user flag, nice and easy. We're going to keep this FTP session open. Let's take a look at the network monitor page that we found before, 152 on port 80. Let's try admin. No luck. What about default credentials? PRTG network monitor default credentials. PRTG admin. Let's try that. No dice. So do we have access to any configuration files? So we do have this FTP session still open. Okay. And let's see, PRTG network manager config files default location. Where are these files typically saved? So program data at this file path. So program data is typically a hidden folder. Well, it is a hidden folder on Windows, so it is located here. So we can cd into program data, list our files, so cd, and cd into PRTG rotations, PRTG network. Okay, let's see what we have here. So my first time around, I pulled this file, and this file. The only one that proved to be useful is this one right here. So we can, let's do lpwd. So this will list the working directory that I'm in on my local machine, the Kali computer. So when I get the file, it'll go to that directory. So get quotes PRTG configuration.old.bak. Old backup file will get. Let's open up my terminal here and list my files, and there it is. We are going to cat quotes PRTG configuration.old.bak. Okay, and as you can see, there's a lot of information here, far too much to parse through without narrowing it down in some way. So we can narrow the search results down with cat PRTG configuration.old.bak. So we're reading this file. We can pipe the output of that command, and we can search with grep A1 and admin. So we are searching for the word admin in this file. A1 grabs the line after, following the search term admin. and we are obviously reading from this file. So let's grab that, and we see we have PRTG admin with this password here. So let's grab this. So that is going to be our username, and let's give that password a shot. 2018. Interesting, it did not end up working. So what we had to do here was just increment the year. So I currently work at a help desk, and I see this plenty of times where the password is just changed by one number, 1 year, 1 season. So let's give that a shot. So it did end up being 2019. That ended up taking a little bit longer than I would like to admit to find. But let's try copy. There we go. We have access to the system now. And let's check out the version straight out of the gate. So we're on 18.1.37.13946. Let's copy that and see if there's any vulnerabilities pre-existing. PRTG, network, monitor. Okay, CVE details. So 2024, that's too recent. The actual release of this box was, I believe, 2018. So let's see. Okay, known exploited, public exploit, 9.0 rating. Let's see if this has any relevance. So an issue was discovered before this version, which we are. Has access to the web console, which we do. With admin, we do have that. OS command injection vulnerability. Sending malformed parameters in sensor or notification management scenarios. So let's take a look at the sensors or notification management. Where is that located? Notifications. Can we make a new one? We can. Add a new notification. We can label this anything. Use me. Okay. And we have to send malform parameters. There is an option to execute program, so this is what we'll be using. So our options are a batch file or a PowerShell file. We're going to go PowerShell here, and malformed parameters supplied to the executable. So this is where we'll put our script. So to me, this immediately indicates we can open a reverse shell somehow. We have system access to this admin console. So when the shell opens, ideally we'll also have system access on the target machine as well. Let's open up our reverse shell cheat sheet. I have it already opened up to PowerShell here. This is redundant. It's already starting. This is starting the PowerShell script, so we can just grab everything after. Okay, I'm gonna paste that here. And is there anything we have to change? There is. So this is going to be my IP, so 10.10.10, 14.70. And we can leave, this is the port 4242, that's all right. And what's interesting here, so let's go ahead and save. Okay. And before we do anything else, we have to open up a netcat listener to catch this reverse shell here. So NC, of course, LV and P, and we're going to do 4242 because that matches what we put in the script. Okay, we're now listening. Let's do use me. We're going to set off the notification. Okay. As you can see, nothing happened. So we have to actually go into settings, and what will work is if we put a semicolon here, that will actually run the rest of the script here, otherwise it will not work. So let's try that again. Notification, okay. Great, so we have a connection now. Okay, so we're under Windows System 32. Let's cd to root. Also, who am I? We are system. So let's cd to users and cd to admin. Okay, cd to desktop, and we can type, because this is Windows, root.txt, and that is the root flag. That is all.